By the time Abbey Road came to life, the Beatles had evolved far beyond being just a rock band. They had become sonic explorers, pushing past the limits of the genres that once defined them. And among all the gems on that record, Because stands out as one of their most daring and dreamlike creations. Written by John Lennon, the song's hypnotic three-part harmony, sung by Lennon, McCartney, and Harrison, remains one of the most enchanting moments in their entire catalog. What makes it even more fascinating is where it came from. One quiet evening at home, Lennon was listening as Yoko Ono played Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata on the piano. Captivated by its haunting beauty, he asked her to reverse the chords, to literally play it backward. That small spark lit the fuse. From there, Because was born, a song that bridged two musical worlds separated by more than 200 years. With layered vocals, shimmering harpsichord tones, and the ghostly pulse of a Moog synthesizer, Lennon turned a classical melody into something futuristic. It wasn't just influence, it was transformation. What made Lennon's honesty about the song so refreshing was how open he was about it. While the Beatles often wrestled over songwriting credit, Lennon never hid his source of inspiration. He openly admitted that Beethoven had planted the seed. It wasn't modesty, it was confidence. Lennon understood that great artists don't deny their influences. They reshape them into something entirely new. Recalling the moment, Lennon once said he was lying on the sofa, listening to Yoko play Moonlight Sonata. I asked, "Can you play those chords backward?" She did, and that's what Because came from. It sounds like Moonlight Sonata too, simple, clear, and unpretentious. That image, Lennon sprawled on the couch, Yoko at the piano, Beethoven echoing through the room, perfectly captures the intimacy and humanity behind his genius. Musically, Because is built on the harmonic skeleton of Beethoven's Piano Sonata No. 14, famously known as Moonlight Sonata. Its mesmerizing vocal blend, Lennon, McCartney, and Harrison singing in perfect triad, created a sound so pure and layered that it would later influence groups like Queen in crafting their own choral harmonies. In the studio, producer George Martin pushed recording technology to its limit to fuse Beethoven's classical structure with the boldness of modern rock. Lennon played the main riff on guitar, while Martin echoed each note on an electric harpsichord. McCartney's bass and Ringo's subtle hi-hat kept everything perfectly aligned. The result was something delicate, yet otherworldly. Not Vienna in 1801, but London in 1969, where rock music had become its own kind of symphony. Even today, Because feels like it exists outside of time. A floating dream that fuses the past and future. The combination of harpsichord, vocal layers, and Moog synthesizer gave it a sound that's still ahead of its era. George Harrison once called it his favorite track on Abbey Road, and it's easy to understand why. It feels like a song caught between worlds, classical and cosmic, human and divine. Ultimately, the link between Beethoven and the Beatles runs deeper than a few reversed chords. Both artists shattered the boundaries of their times. Beethoven broke classical rules with emotion and rebellion. The Beatles did the same for modern music. Though centuries apart, they share the same spirit. A reminder that true genius isn't defined by the era you live in, but by how far you're willing to go beyond it.